Shaq, I would like you to do the honors if you would. Would you announce? And you can put your mic down.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I'll use my mic to let you make the announcement.
The key MVP belongs to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from Oklahoma City Thunder.
Well done.
Wow.
Thank you very much. And so,
well deserved.
Yes,
Absolutely.
SGA. At the age of 26, his first MVP award. He's finished 5th in the voting. He has finished 2nd in the voting last year, and this year, he's the MVP.
Wow, it's beautiful, man. I think, you know, when you look at it, he's been trending this direction since he came into the league. We played him in the playoffs when he was with the Clippers in 19, and you knew he'd be special. To reach this point, it's all the work that go in, and he does it.
And he is ready to talk to us just moments after the announcement was made. And SGA, Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Charles and Kenny and Draymond Green. And we congratulate you, number one. Nice going, very happy for you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, fellas.
So who was with you when you got the news?
My teammates behind me, my family, my wife, my son, my brother, my close ones. Yeah, the group of people that helped me get here.
Look, you've finished 5th before, you finished 2nd last year. How much did you actually think about it when it came down and everybody's talking about, well, it's 1-2 with you and the Joker? How much did you allow yourself to think about the possibility of being the MVP?
Yeah, you try so hard throughout the season to like not think about it and just worry about playing basketball and getting better and trying to win games. But as a competitor and as a kid dreaming about the game, it's always in the back of your mind. And I'm very thankful to be this side of the ballot. But none of it's possible without the guys behind me. The amount of games we won and the fashion that we won the games is so impressive, and it's probably the main reason why I get the award. So without them, it's not possible.
Shai, Shaq here. I took a lot of flack last year for saying you should have won it last year, and I felt you got robbed last year. So being that I said that, did you have some animosity towards the voters last year and say, you know what, I'm going to show the world that I'm the greatest player in the NBA?
To be honest with you, I use it as motivation. There's voters every year. That will never change. And last year, all it meant was that more people thought I shouldn't have won than should have won. And this year, I wanted to change the narrative and have it flipped. And I think I did a good job of that, and that's why I get the award.
Shai, Draymond, congratulations. Just wanted to ask you,
Appreciate it.
A couple years ago, you've been there since 2019 trade. You came there from the Clippers. And a couple years ago, it started to seem that you had turned that corner and was becoming a 28-30 a night guy. And the team was still kind of coming along. And there started to be a little chatter on like, man, is it time for Shai to force his way out of there, force himself to a situation where he could compete for a championship level? Never heard an inkling to come from you. You embraced it the entire time. Just talk to me about that journey of drafting guys, growing with guys, and then you kind of being the old head there and showing your guys the way to go and finally getting to this point.
Yeah, I always like to focus on the things that I can control. I think that's how I got to this point. So all the chit chatter and what's going on in the league, I have no control over. So I just try to keep my head down, work super hard, and the guys around me do the same thing. And it made it easy to grow, easy to get to this point because of that. And I think that mentality is gonna help us keep growing in the future.
You know, firstly, congratulations, Shai. Great award. You know, we got 2 guys who've actually won the award up here with Shaquille and Charles, and then myself and Draymond have been teammates for guys who've won that award. And as a teammate, you know, we always felt that we were part of that. As you see your guys behind you, you know, in this journey, when you look back, there's probably 2 or 3 guys that you go, man, they've seen the best and they've seen the worst. And even, it's funny because Shai, when Akeem Olajuwon won the award, he made us take the award and hold it for him. And so, who are those guys that have seen you at your best and your worst that has gone through this journey? Some of the guys are new and some of the guys have been there for a longer time.
Yeah, to start, I'm gonna have to say Lou. Like, Lou Lou was with me my first year in OKC, so the last 6 years. He was on the team when we were winning 10 games a season, to 25 games, to 40, to now 68, 70. He's seen the best version of me, the worst version of me, the pissed off version of me, the happy version of me. We've been through thick and thin in the NBA, and to have him on the journey has been special.
And the last thing, look, we've seen a million post-game interviews with you guys this year, and it's never been this sedate. It's never been this quiet. These guys are usually all over you. Is this the way it was when you heard the word, too?
Yeah, they're keeping it tamed right now, but we'll go up here in a few minutes.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, happy for you.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you guys.
Congratulations.
So, without further ado, I introduce to you your 2024-25 Kia NBA Most Valuable Player, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay, I should have wrote something down. I would like to start this whole, I guess, speech with just thanking my teammates. Like, I can't say enough how much you guys mean to me, and not only as like a basketball player, but like as family. You guys, I know you guys know, like, we do everything together on and off the court. We go shopping, we eat. Like, you guys are really like my brothers, and I really mean that. And without you guys, none of this would be possible. And I want you guys to know, like, this award is your award too. So thank you guys so much. Then I would like to go to the organization from top to bottom, Clay, Sam, Coach, Donnie, to the equipment guys, to the weight room guys. You guys do an amazing job of allowing us as players to just enjoy basketball. And I don't think that gets enough credit. Like, we come in here, everything's laid out. All we have to do is play basketball and have fun and be kids. And I think that's why we've been able to grow the way we have. And thank you guys for that. And my people from back home. I have a crew in the summer. Mark, Devontae, Vince, Maurice, Sunday, the guys that I grew up with. They've worked tremendous hours with me in the summertime to help me get to this point, and without them, I would not be the player I am today. There's Nate Mitchell, who helps me in the summertimes, Nem in the summertimes. Without you guys and the rigorous training schedule and the dedication to my craft that you guys don't get to be a part of, I wouldn't be the player I am today as well. So thank you guys for that. I also would like to thank my brother, my twin, my best friend since I was 2 years old, since he came out the womb. Thank you for everything. My partner in crime through it all. My dad for putting the ball in my hands. My mother, if you guys, any of you guys know my mother, she's crazy. And I told her the other day that, like, I always thought she was insane until I had a child and I understood exactly what she was saying and exactly what she meant. And I love the person that she's turned me and my brother into, and she is a big part of that. And then the one and only Haley Summers. Thank you. Sorry, I'm so dramatic. Haley Summers, thank you for everything you are for me, for our son Aries. You were the first person to show me what love really meant. What love really meant, what sacrifice really meant. And I can't wait to spend the rest of this journey called life with you. So thank you for everything. I wouldn't be the man I am, I wouldn't be the player I am, I wouldn't be the father I am without you, but thank you for that. So thank you, everybody. Woo.
So we will have Shai, if you want to step back up, please. Yeah, I know it's a little tough to transition.
Oh, I'm cooked.
Good luck with the first question here, guys. So if you want to raise your hand, we'll bring the mic
Hold
to
on,
you.
one more thing. Sorry.
You got it.
I got caught up in crying and I forgot to mention my. Sorry, I got caught up in crying and forgot to mention my management crew. You guys have changed my life from the moment you stepped into it, and helped me really just go after what I want in life. And without you guys, like, the last couple of years is no fluke. Like, it's been as smooth as it is because of you guys, and thank you for that. So, all right, go ahead, Matt.
All right. Yeah.
He actually mouthed those words just as he made the J. 21-17 Nuggets. Jokic one-on-one with Holmgren. Westbrook against Wallace. And that pass was over the outstretched arm of Jokic. Turnover. The body control doesn't go. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander sticking with the play. Wallace, he can't finish. Holmgren is there, and he gets the deuce and the foul. So the trust that they have in a two-way player right now. A.J. Mitchell. Westbrook loses it on his way to the rim. Gilgeous-Alexander gliding up the floor, blocked by Westbrook. One-on-one, kick, Strother blocked. And contact with Jang and Jokic in the paint. Assists. Another board for Jokic. Ahead for Gordon. Drive and kick to the other side of the floor. The hustle, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the body control in the bucket.
Well, Brown just sort of watched it go into the backcourt like it was going to be a backcourt violation or go out of bounds, and Gilgeous-Alexander with great effort.
And Gordon is fouled. Mark Daignault used a coach's challenge on this call. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the officials looked at it, and it is a clean block, so no foul on Gilgeous-Alexander.
In there, trying to create the rush. J-Dub slices through and not able to finish. Didn't quite have the angle at the rim. And this is where you got to get back defensively. The Thunder were one of the best teams in the NBA last year. There's a turnover. Vucevic, little casual on the pass. Shai, step with J-Dub. J-Dub, his patent move going left. Quiet start to this game. Thunder off to a quiet start offensively. There's another great anticipation play. That time from SGA. Loves to front those post passes. And Cason Wallace in transition with the left hand. It was in this building. There's a near steal, and there it is. SGA on the backside, able to jump it, take it away from Vucevic. Shai, two defenders from three. J-Dub's got 9 points here in the third. Back the other way, Dosunmu. He lost it, and it's picked up by Shai. This is reminiscent of the first quarter.
Slot up and down. This is actually into the Thunder's favor.
Foul on the bump, but Caruso still had possession of the ball. Speaking of possession, there is SGA from that pass like he always does in the lane. Isaiah Joe, the transition three, no. Atlanta momentarily had its biggest lead of the game at 9 points. See how the Thunder finish out these final 3 minutes. In fact, Young got caught in the air. There's a turnover.
That's good defense by Caruso.
Oh, nice pass.
No man's land. He's trying to say, look, I got to guard the drive because that was a good drive by Wiggins. He actually found him on that play. Good poke away and steal by Shai. Thunder gaining some momentum here.
Oh, a little stutter step to hesitation. SGA down the lane, bisecting the middle, and a tough finish.
That was a foul in the first half. Wow. A couple of contacts on that play.
They run Daniels off the three-point line. There's another deflection, another steal, and an Atlanta turnover.
That's back-to-back steals by Shai. That's why he led the NBA in steals last year, a season ago, while being the second leading scorer.
Now he's got the isolation. Pella, the veteran, years with the Houston Rockets, got traded to Atlanta. Oh, and how about SGA recovering on the backside, able to swat that one out of bounds.
That's tough to do against Trae Young, because once he gets ahead of steam, he gets by you. He's going to lob that ball up really quickly. And look at this. Timed it perfectly. Front. That's a big-time play by Cason on Trae Young.
That's what the Thunder can do. They can just put waves of defenders on you. There's a swat out of bounds by SGA as the defense trying to pick up here in the fourth quarter.
Well, we talked about the ball has energy. And this is energy right here. He just swipes it away off of a former teammate.
Losing the conference semis after being the #1 seed, he's already seen the fruits of what they went through paying off in terms of the team coming together in training camp, policing themselves, and trying to all get better as Gilgeous-Alexander finishes and may have just put this one out of reach with 3.5 to go.
You know, you get a little technical call on you. Stay focused, stay engaged. And that's just what they do. And how about this here? Staying engaged defensively. Shai Gilgeous picking up that loose change from Scoot Henderson.
Cason Wallace, no good. Offensive rebound for SGA.
Had a bit of a wardrobe malfunction, and so there's only 2 out there for right now.
All right, something we'll keep an eye on. Nice strip on the other end. SGA, Dort, cherry picking, and he's still down there, and he'll throw it down.
Man, he thought he should have gotten around the basket was J-Dub. That's the 15th assist in the half for the Thunder.
Oh, that poke away results in another steal. J-Dub trying to push, but still plenty of time. Got across the timeline with 10. Pass up to 3. Pulls it up just short of Chet Holmgren. Gets his own miss. You see the presence of Holmgren. Michael Porter Jr. did not want any part of that. There's some backside help by SGA. They block it away from Jokic. SGA goes one-on-one, left hand, high off the glass, not a problem. And he's got another
2-time MVP. Check this out, folks. He's surrounded by white shirts, and SGA gets the block and gets out in transition. Don't line on drives like that.
Jalen Williams, little bump there. Jokic, there's SGA again. There's the anticipation.
Wow, how many times have they done it tonight? I'm stopped counting at 3.
Just a little bit short on the layup attempt. You expect a physical game. These are 2 very good defensive teams. The Rockets also in the top 10. Şengün looked like he might have walked. A little off balance there, had it stripped away. And SGA quickly into the front court, trying to make his move. Dort. Go through the rim for him. Şengün. Brooks. Oh, got tied up. Might have telegraphed the pass. Shai veering in, left hand, blocked by Eason. He's got 13 points. This is the second leading scorer for OKC. Curry again, wiggling to the cut. That time, batted out of bounds. SGA. He'll get credit with the block.
Well, that's great anticipation, too. He knew exactly what he was going to do on that play. He scored previously on that exact same move, except there wasn't a second defender down there as he punches it. Drop back coverage. That means the big guy is just hanging around the paint, folks.
Mark was very complimentary of his drop coverage with that defense.
This guy's got a 6'11" wingspan of his dreams without fouling.
This is what the Clippers have liked to do with Zubac. There's the cut by Powell. Good defense. Not able to get a clean shot at the rim, and it squirts out to Wiggins.
Once again, the Thunder doing a good job of picking up those loose balls.
Oh, and it's in. Not a lot of time to work here. Harden, SGA on him, don't want to foul. Double team comes, and the turnover. It's a 3-on-1. SGA up ahead. Dort misses the dunk, then hangs on the rim. It's not a small volume. Trying to keep the lid on Harden. As SGA will switch on him. Nice poke away. Turnover number 2.
But the officials are going to tag James Harden with one. That's a good poke away by SGA. Now, there's that foul right there.
Over and hey, the way that he's playing right now, what are the chances you think of them converting that? I believe the chances are very high. And you think about this organization when New Orleans Pelicans, and they've done that before. We saw that happen with Jose Alvarado 3 seasons ago.
Off the steal, Gilgeous-Alexander inside. Ousmane Dieng with the layup. Boston got fouled by Gilgeous-Alexander. Imploring his bench maybe to take a look at that. That's going to put Brandon Boston back at the free throw line where he's already knocked a couple of down recently. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout and a coach's challenge. And that one rattles out. Missy with the board. A couple of good looks, though, for the Thunder.
Ingram couldn't get the skip pass to the corner. Good defense by SGA. And SGA, who led the NBA in steals a season ago, walks right into the three. Murphy has a clear side. Williams with some nail help. Boston raises up. Oh, man. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander put him in the friend zone. What a block. Here he is at the other end. Got a couple of birds up in the air. Player. At 6'6", your point guard, protecting the rim, and then turning it into points on the other end of the floor.
We're going to bring that. That's a mark of Coach Bud's teams. Always, you know, he always gets those guys to play with great confidence, and so dangerous team, and then Booker at the top of the line is, you know, as dangerous as anybody, as we've learned.
Thompson, don't want to leave him. Instead, he'll drive, runs into traffic. Gafford's going to get fouled.
Really slow, deliberate dribble.
SGA comes over, swipes it away from Lively and trying to put it down.
Watch that time. How about this on the 7-footer, point blank? My goodness. Just keeps exploring his game.
Thunder been able to get points here in the third quarter. They got 27 points. This end has been the problem. There's the steal. Dylan Jones lobs it up, and J-Dub over the top.
But did you see the separation that he created there?
It's Champagnie looking for Collins, knocked away. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal.
Take over the acting coaching duties. He's drinking a lot of tea with a lot of honey, much like you, Reggie. He uses 3/4 of a jug of honey each time you drink. He says he's trying to rest it when he doesn't have to yell. Admitted that his players are probably making fun of him behind him.
Net at the rim. Down he goes. Big time play, Collins.
And you've got numbers. You've got 2 Thunder players down.
They go the other way. Collins tried to get it up high, and it was off the mark. Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso drives. It's a 21 to...
We got a low-scoring game here in the first half. And there's a near finish at the rim. Just a little too strong on the finger roll. Shai steps in. He's able to intercept the pass. And then he just lowers the defense.
Who can make that kind of play at the end of the shot clock? The other guy was the one who initially had the basketball. Shai, number 2 in white.
Nice defense. Got slipped out by SGA on the poke away. Jones. Good defense. J-Dub. Williams. Outside shot clock did not reset. Kamara hit to hit, and looked like SGA might have come over and got a piece.
Wow, he actually blocked that shot. Change. The Thunder have been just spot on these types of plays. There's a shot block by Shai. Ball's on the floor. Just perfect timing. Slow down to a ground attack here in the second half. Even slower than the first.
Sharp pass right into the arms of SGA. Another Portland turnover.
They're shooting more three-pointers this year as well. That one off the mark. Here's Kuminga. Going to try and walk down SGA, and they turn the Warriors over again.
Leaned into it, but again, that's a big deal in this game. 5th foul for Hartenstein.
With a minute to go here in the third, Kuminga with the in-and-out dribble. Looney inside, had it knocked away. And that's going to be a foul. Wiggins on the wing. We'll see what Golden State runs to get a good look here. Wiggins tween cross. Spins. Got it back. Waters for 3. Podziemski with the rebound. 1 on the clock. Pulls. Drew Ryan.
4 for 17 from 3. He said we can't play in traffic. We understand that their defense, their rotations are going to help. We have to make sure we kick out and play together.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Angel stealing the ball from D'Angelo Russell, who's getting the second half start here. Off 20 and looking to pick up number 15 tonight.
Connect. Offensive rebound, a block by SGA, but the Lakers rebounds 9 assists for Gilgeous-Alexander. 4-point Thunder lead. And now Gilgeous-Alexander taking on LeBron James. Some force, poked it away, loose ball. Jalen Williams on the run out. LeBron from behind at the top of the perimeter.
Really conscientious defenders, quick feet, active hand.
Return, guys.
All right, thank you, Paris. They put up 32 points in that second quarter. Close the gap in what was a double-digit lead. So we start the third. Green bouncing off of bodies, and the ball pops out.
Good job getting him at the point of attack. Of the Rockets on back-to-back possessions.
Don't want to foul Van Vliet. Got a hard closeout. Shai with the strip. Can he beat Van Vliet down the other end? Yes, he can. He'll put it down. And some big threes. Is that pass through the hands? Picked off. Dort up ahead. Lost it momentarily to Casey Wallace.
Because I went the other way. Wow. You talk about dropping a sweet dime.
There's the steal. SGA got fouled on his way to the cup. Still able to finish.
That powerful defense they had that first half.
There's a deflection. SGA once again stepping into the passing lane. There's the floor. Sets it up. J-Dub elevates him. Detonates at the rim. They've been much better here at home, 6-4, than on the road where they're 1-11. Hard drive, a little bit of speed there, but a missed layup. Offensively and defensively. See Casey Wallace. Now Momo drives in, heard the slap. 2 seconds on the shot clock.
The screens, the physical play, the rebounding. He's got 8 rebounds.
Just such a different dimension as the Raptors keep floating passes into dangerous spots. Like the first impression.
I can't get a foot over the rim, 6 feet out and glide in and dunk the basketball.
Don't worry, not many people can, is what made him special. Leonard trying to cap this off in the third and will in transition.
Klay Thompson triple. Lively keeping it alive. Doncic will pick it up.
Reggie.
Intercepted by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here, you talk about the OKC guards and their length.
Missing the 9 of the last 11 games. Doncic coming off 2 consecutive triple-doubles. Across the lane and doubled. Shot clock at 2. Marshall drives. Stripped to the ball. Another steal. Here comes Gilgeous-Alexander into Irving and searches.
They've had success with that.
Dinwiddie goes inside, and Lively couldn't find it.
Think the one opportunity for Wallace.
Marshall will make a move. Poked away by Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso, Wallace.
As Dort can't get it to go. Neither one of these teams you would call great three-point shooting teams. Green lost the handle on the turnover. Gilgeous-Alexander gets past and a foul call. There's the double team. And thrown away. Another turnover. Jalen Williams kicks it out. Dort, nobody near him. Lines 1 to 90. You don't see those scores very much recently. Pass inside, poked away again. That's already 3 turnovers for the Rockets. Gilgeous-Alexander drives, and he's become a good defensive player. He's got 3 steals already. Şengün, and there's 4 steals. He's on pace for a 48-steal game. Which would
combine the drive ability at that size with that kind of shooting. Look out.
Thompson lost it. Gilgeous-Alexander, good physical defense there.
Mike, one
downhill, not east-west. Don't play with the ball. One direction. So if you got too much speed, you play east-west. All right? Yeah. You get the ball, it's a lot of space attack. All right?
Uncle Jeff, that's his nickname.
But throwing it inside the Carter to draw that foul and take advantage of the mismatch.
Aaron Wiggins on the floor for the first time, picks up Isaac. Bounce pass to Silva, blocked. Gilgeous-Alexander with a block. And forces him into a tough shot, and he makes it anyway.
And actually good defense from Black. Just better offense.
Magic turn it over again. Anthony, the 5th Orlando turnover. And Isaiah drives pass. Magic down a point. Over 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Mo Wagner directing traffic, spins, and lost the handle. And another giveaway by the Magic. Stifling in this third quarter. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Wagner guarded by Caruso. And it's picked. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Gilgeous-Alexander all the way. No. 30 on the year. Could be a third straight year at 30 plus.
I think you're right.
There's Cole Anthony now. Wagner and the pass too tall. Anthony with his 4th turnover.
GA. Do it all. Post up, drive, shooting the 3 ball more this year.
Unforced error. Matadze wasn't looking. Gilgeous-Alexander. Down it goes.
Hang in the air long enough to get that drive to go.
Well, that's what you want to do. You want to attack quick. They want to set up that zone defense. They don't have a big man. Once again with another steal. Wide open look for Shai as he just says, my goodness, I play with Phil.
Run the offense through SGA. Shot clock at 6. Shai tied up. Tough shot. Got the deflection on the Adebayo outlet pass. Another opportunity. It's Joe.
It was an and one. Got sandwiched between 2 guys. Knocked to the floor and just threw it up there like that.
Shot clock is off. Jared Butler drives in. SGA way too much length. Swallowed him up. The fadeaway shot never had a chance.
I think it was just, you couldn't have scripted that any better, man. He hits a boom, and they call timeout.
Don't forget about the booms, man. Oh, don't forget about Shai's defense. That time it was the defense on the rookie. And right now he is abusing Carrington. And Dort just a little ball pressure. Able to recover, pull. Trying that spin move. Shai dumps it off.
15-4 advantage in that first half. See if they can continue to pile those numbers on and force the Wizards into a half-court offense. That's what happens when you do that. You shrink the floor and put a lot of white shirts in front of the dribbler.
Tonight for the Thunder, just 7 out of 27. 4-point lead, though, here. Carrington denied the drive by SGA, then it gets saved by Kenrich. Somehow lost his balance. He's now on the baseline. He's still down. He missed a layup on the other end. It was a great contest by SGA. He doesn't get it.
I'll get him tomorrow.
I'm just saying. Just don't give him away between now and then. Oh, Turner, almost another turnover. Flailed it back to the backcourt. Halliburton was stripped by SGA, and the Thunder can continue this run. J-Dub, he's got it. 4,000 points now for Dort on that layup. Nimhard telegraphed the pass. SGA able to pick it off. Another cut. Jalen Williams, and it looked like Turner might have got a piece and more. And the Thunder got a double-digit lead here early in the third. Micic stripped on the backside. SGA jarred it free. Mitchell trying to push J-Dub yet again. This time, Shai, space, drives, hung in the air. Thought that he had J-Will open. That ball dribbled off the leg. And Shai's able to scrape it up off the floor. Behind his back. This time he'll kick no good. It would have made it a 7-point game. And if you're OKC right here, you've got turnovers on now 4 consecutive possessions. Wong blocked out of bounds. Capitalize on that last possession or on this one by Wong. Sure-handed SGA. Just more of a nuisance. Isaiah Joe lost the dribble there. 2-on-1. Spencer. Pressure by SGA. Too much defense. Swats that first shot away.
Thunder do. How about Shai just staying disciplined on defense, using that 6'11" wingspan. When you got that kind of wingspan, you can stay on the ground and a shot there.
Extremely well in this first half, over 52%. Huff dribbled right into the turnover. More ball pressure, that time from Dort. Kenrich right back. SGA, he'll finish off.
Put that in perspective, the Thunder bench has 35 points. The Grizzlies just 14. Keep in mind, the Grizzlies lead the NBA in points.
Very deep team. Taylor Jenkins can rely on so many different guys. There's another offensive play. Mike, you were talking about SGA's defense. This time, spots
ball up, with a finger roll, that shot gets blocked.
And how about Hartenstein keeping the pass ahead of the defense? He's got 5 assists in this game, and that's now 11 assists for Isaiah Hartenstein in the last 2 games. What a team in the game. The Thunder have not made it very easy on him. Pippen Jr. gave it up, and then Wells.
They got to stop this. I don't know what the NBA is thinking, or excuse me, about this. The Thunder got 20, got that desired number. 20 points off turnovers already.
Edwards working hard. Telegraphed the pass and got picked off. SGA sidestep, got caught in the air. Dort, top of the key three. Oh yeah! More than halfway left to go in this fourth quarter. Edwards collapsed on turnover. Now Dort waiting for his teammates. As SGA sighting off the offensive rebound from DiVincenzo. You do not want to hand it off to Gobert in those hands. That's a turnover for Minnesota. At 12.
Now, if you're the Thunder, you want them to throw that ball out front. That's to waste some time off that clock and not give up the three.
Desperate pass.
Yeah, that's going to do it. And the Timberwolves are going to sit back. Kind of done a good job, too, of just creating the pace. There wasn't a whole lot of pace in that first half. There's a whole lot of pace right now in the top part of this quarter. And once again, they just continue to turn over the Clippers.
Slows down the momentum. J-Dub, he'll step into it. Long miss. As Powell, that is stripped by SGA. He's hip to hip. SGA's going to get a... He had 4 different players for New York in double digits. Brunson was one of them with 10. Oh! Works underneath. Nice strip and a steal. SGA. Dort was also right there in the vicinity. The kick out. Wallace off the catch. Corner three. Cason Wallace quickly gives OKC a ball.
At the art of scoring.
Hard hedge out by Hartenstein, and he forcing the turnover on Brunson. Had nowhere to go with the pass. Wiggins again. Oh my! Wiggins.
Was Cason Wallace.
Wallace looking comfortable with the ball in his hands. He's a really good defender in Holiday. SGA, nice anticipation with that poke away. That's what he likes to do with big men. I think the Thunder can put a little pace into this game. Wiggins.
Excellent job with the three-point shooting of the Celtics.
Nice deflection on the anticipation into the post. As Dort trots into the front court. Tatum, mismatch. Hauser knew exactly where he wanted to go with it. Pritchard hangs, had it blocked, and SGA is going to come out of the pack and get fouled.
You see that play right there? Close out on a shooter. You know they got their shooters in Pritchard and Hauser. And Pritchard wanted to get that three, but he got to it quick enough. Forced him to drive, and he drives into a bunch of dark shirts. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a 6'11" wingspan.
Help defense came over in Holiday. He gives it up. Someone's going to have to shoot it. J-Dub, 1 second on the shot clock. And it's White. The hit ahead to Tatum. Caught it in stride. Tatum ejected. SGA caught him at the rim and swatted it away. 5 on 4. Hartenstein over the top.
Wow. How's that not a foul? My goodness, he got hammered. He got hammered on that play.
Hartenstein not appreciating Hartenstein, so it is going to be an and one. You just couldn't hear it in this building.
Oh, look at this. Look at that. Come on, Shai. What else can you do, man? Here's his lob right here. As he caught the ball, and White went underneath him. And kind of held on to his leg, and as Hartenstein said, look, let this go. It's because Porzingis did a flyby, and he stayed engaged to come up with a big three for the Thunder.
Brown got tied up by SGA. He turns it over. Open shooter, it's Dort. Yet again. Unleashing three.
George Niang as well. Wallace from the right side rattles in the three. If he gets that perimeter game going, he is going to be some terrific player.
But isn't it special watching how quickly guys touch the ball and then move on from it?
And off the turnover, Gilgeous-Alexander lays it up and in. And a 3-point lead for the
odds-on favorite to win MVP, and he said it himself when asked where he stands in this league, and he says that he's pretty good at basketball. But at 26, Shai also said, I have a genuine curiosity to see how good.
There's just over 2 minutes gone by here in the third. Gilgeous-Alexander
He's got much better as a defender. Jared Allen, another rebound block from behind. Alexander got a piece of it. Williams on the drive, feeds Hartenstein, gathers, uses his offhand and banks this. The unselfish play is just so much fun to watch. Turnover by Cleveland. That's their 13th turnover.
Down with that bucket.
And Isaiah Hartenstein clipped him just enough, Bridges, to allow Shai to get that shot going.
Here's a poke away. Isaiah Joe left to himself, and Isaiah Joe with two hands in the stuff.
That's a big play right now with the Knicks trying to climb up that hill.
Here's another turnover. Nice deflection. SGA stampeding ahead. Dumps it off. Jalen Williams, and that one's going to block in. Impressive from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's got 35 points. I get done with the third. Brunson blocked, and there's the defense on the other end. And that is why he's the MVP.
Yeah, absolutely. And that 3-for-1 voting is still going on tonight. The glass as well. He's still doing work.
So great on the extra effort. There's SGA again, anticipating that pass. He's got another steal.
Well, we talked about one of the keys.
3 minutes gone by. Nice anticipation. SGA again. He's such a good help side defender, and that's what Mark Daigneault talks about so often. Michael against this Philly team.
Well, and you don't treat the 76ers any different than you would treat, the Washington Wizards. And that's
that would have made him 3 for 3 from deep. And there is SGA getting his paws up there with the deflection. J-Dub trying to keep it from going out of bounds. Sends it up the floor, and SGA slams it down.
Well, once again, guys, Dort appears to be okay, but how about SGA, man? Just coming over the top, almost like a defensive back in football. It goes coast to coast like butter and toast.
The mics for us. Garland having a high-level year himself. Here's towards Niang, and Gilgeous-Alexander tied him up, ends up in the hands of the Thunder. Carlson has been an impressive showing by the Thunder. Best record in the West. They've won 3 straight since their loss in Cleveland. And another Cleveland turnover. LeVert is down. Here goes Wiggins, and he lays it in. 70 points on the board.
I mean, he's not, I don't know if you could call him a streaky shooter. He's just a shooter. He's always firing lasers out there from distance.
What an incredible defensive stand there as SGA capped it off with a beautiful contest on that step-back 3. And just another indication, Mike, of the commitment on the defensive end from SGA. Look at that, not allowing that shot to get off.
This group that's in here is playing exactly like the starters were playing. Ball is moving quickly around the horn, and they're knocking down shots.
And another steal, swarming defense. SGA setting it up. Ousmane Dieng will finish it off with the power.
Working so well on that end of the floor in the first half, and he told me that the key for the Thunder tonight was playing with pace. Brooklyn gives up the 3rd most points in transition, so pace, kind of like this, has been a big factor to
that 3. Williams able to fend off Isaiah Joe. But here we go, Michael, into the 3rd quarter. What do you expect here in the 2nd half?
Well, you just want to keep it, you just want to stay at it like you're doing now, picking the pockets. That's back-to-back possessions.
No good. Certainly going to have to be aware of Walker Kessler and his shot blocking ability in the lane. Sexton trying to set it up for him. It got snipped out.
Oh, good job. Good deflection. Leads a fast break off. There's too much distance. Gave J-Dub a good look.
Don't often see Jalen Williams that wide open. Sexton, that might have been the Mark Daigneault, do not challenge. Look at the recovery. Well, the rookie's got the basketball in his hands. And Shai tries to pressure up on him. And Shai anticipating it, stepped right in front of Marketing. Hip to hip on Collier, left hand, and SGA, who's almost
both teams.
Rousseau, the poke away. Forces Utah to reset. Sexton trying to get some speed going right. And he worked his way to the rim, but then he got swatted.
That's close to 5 seconds.
That is going to be a Utah turnover. The hit ahead, and Shai caps it off.
The body, where you get called for an offensive foul. It's a high-level move executed by a high-level player.
High-level skill, too, because there's not guys that can do that consistently, Michael. And so what that means is you got a play that he's been working on his entire career. The Thunder been working on that. It's a transition, fast break opportunity.
Ball around the basket. He doesn't have to put it on the floor. He is just tough to stop.
Again, a lot of traffic in there. Look at J-Dub diving.
Seattle 79. Dennis Johnson, Finals MVP. Lenny Wilkins, the coach. Curry, not that time. Missed the three. Moody keeps it alive. Gathers. Oh, SGA just rips it away. What a defensive play. And then racing up the court.
Thank you for not referring to me as a Clydesdale. So let's just keep it moving.
I was just trying to protect my guy there. DeRozan blocked on the backside, pops over to Jang. There's been so many clean looks.
Absolutely. And then there was again with the cloud shot. And I told you a lot of fans have been hitting me up on social media.
Not that time for Monk to win in there.
The way the Thunder do, they just make you pay, and that's what Mike Budenholzer said before the game. Number one thing, top of the whiteboard, take care of the basketball. First turnover on Suns.
There's another turnover. Booker threw it away. Gilgeous-Alexander drives, gets inside, missed the layup, but Jalen Williams right there on the follow. There's just not a lot of room to move right now offensively for Phoenix. Grayson Allen off the bounce. Shot blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. He averages a block per game to go with his 2 steals per game in addition to all the scoring.
Yeah, he does it every way imaginable. He's got great length, and and then occasionally three-point shooting can dry up, but as I say that, they make another three.
You know, Jalen Williams, a quiet night for him. The All-Star with 13 points now. And yet another turnover. Allen trying to knock it away from Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander a three. Fight for the rebound.
Running that motion offense again. Just a lot of screens out front. Trying to get good ball movement.
Oh, nice pick. SGA took it right away from quickly. As Holmgren, he almost had it stripped.
He will complete the three-point play. Thunder back up by 11.
Much like last night at Shea at the free throw line. There's a block inside on Clark, who's got hops in the NBA. Played great in that first half. That ball pops over to Wells, hangs in the air. That never hit the rim. Still able to retain. Mismatch here. Wells out.
He's told me that he's just playing confident. He said, guys are finding me. I'm getting good looks and shots are falling. So I'm just continuing to play within the offense and make those plays.
Speaking of making plays, the Thunder defense continuing to bust things up out of the perimeter. Nice rebound inside. It looked like Misi had it. Saved. Hawkins then stripped by Holmgren. Shea against an unsettled defense. Holmgren the scoop, no good. Hartenstein doing work.
You have to stop. You got to use your anti-lock brakes. He's got it.
They usually don't have enough time, right? What a nice pick. SGA one-on-one, and he had to step on Alvarado for the layup.
Nice display of ball-handling skills by Wiggins.
Yeah, Wiggins lost on the way up, still was able to recover. Look at that swarming defense, knocking it out of bounds.
And there again, Hawkins realizing that, look, man, they're not going to let me shoot.
There, 3 seconds separation between shot and game. It's Caruso. Right there with Hero. And the timing was off, trying to set it up for Larson. And I looked up.
It would have brought the whole house down. That's good transition defense by the Thunder.
Hero got caught in the air, trying to swing it over to Ware. SGA steps right into the passing lane. Kenrich tees it up. There's another one from downtown. The run continues. On the screen, used it, pulled up, missed the shot. J-Dub battling. Parker Kessler, their offensive rebound. Clarkson has already made 1-3. That was way short. Marking on the rebound. It never hit the rim. And the Thunder come up with it on the block. Caruso, 2-on-1. Nice pass. It's Storch slipping behind the defense. So far, 4 threes here in the first quarter. Clarkson, he's stuck. George, hand in the face. What does he decide to do here? Shot clock as SGA swallowed him up. Gonna block that out of bounds. It's gonna be a shot clock violation. As look at that Thunder defense.
Deflection, another block here. 6'11" wingspan, 6'6". Yeah, That's a problem for the...
Joe trying to get around the screen. Now Clarkson. There's SGA. Might have had his third block of the night. He got a piece of it, 2-on-1. SGA is going to keep it himself off balance. And a foul. Out of bounds. Now, you don't expect Walker Kessler to make that pass. You really don't.
It's really impressive.
Oh, Shai just picked the pocket of George. George not going to be able to catch up, and Shai flushes it down.
Okay, so he loses the ball on one end.
Sleeps with his shoes on. His sneakers are on. That's how much he loves basketball, Mike.
You know, George, it's amazing. This team with this historical start. Holmgren's missed 41 games. Hartenstein's missed 20. Caruso's missed 21. And they're still 45 and 10. 10th rebound, a double-double, 19 and 10 for Naz Reid, the starting center tonight for Minnesota. Off the steal, a foul. Undrafted players who blossom into an impact player on one of the better teams. Edwards careless with the ball. Dort. Wiggins hits the three. First Wiggins does it on defense, runs to a spot, Knoxville jump. If Minnesota wins, they have 3.5 seconds to shoot. They win the tip, which they do. Alexander Walker, blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shai is the only player, Mike, averaging over 25, a block and a steal. That's
a 36-point game for Gilgeous-Alexander. Alexander Walker, shot blocked.
Coming on the floor. Wallace almost with the steal and the deflection. And there is the turnover. SGA zigzagging his way up the floor.
Shot.
J-Dub took the bump. There's a hard play right down underneath the rim. Hartenstein went with the right-handed reverse, no good. Nice deflection. SGA sniffed it out on that lob pass. It was finesse to sharp. J-Dub steps into it from downtown, no good. J-Dub trying to give it right back to Hartenstein, and LeVert got his hands up there to knock it free. There's been some sloppiness in this game by both teams. There's one from Atlanta. SGA is going to take it himself for the flush. Eastern Conference that has persisted over the course of the year. Michael, they're 20-1 against the East. They could easily have the best record of all time versus a conference. There is SGA off the turnover. He's going to lay it up and in transition.
Back and forth we go. SGA with 12. Fox on the move. Threw it right to SGA. And he gets it across the timeline. Wiggins penetrate, put it up and off. Nearly got his own, and here comes OKC out of there with it. Williams going to have to chase it down, and Vassell has it for the Spurs. Sohan blocked into the hands of Castle, who is fouled. As SGA dating back to 1980, SGA has the 4th best true shooting percentage, and he can also block shots, among the league leaders in stocks in the NBA this season.
He thought there was a little bit of contact. Green coming back the other way, head up. Here's Whitmore. Did not use the screen from Landale. Instead went in there and got swatted away. Couldn't even get it up to the rim.
That's terrific. Off the ball.
Gets downhill, and Whitmore might have got a piece on the shot. Wiggins still scoreless. Final couple of minutes here. SGA, good anticipation. That's one of the things that he does so well. Those front passes to the big man. Cason Wallace, catch fire three, no good.
Edey. Wiggins comes over. Edey takes it away. Edey close to a travel. Stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes inside and throws it down. A costly turnover.
See, it's different to start the half without Aaron Gordon because you had the game plan that you wanted with your starters, and that applies to both halves, but OKC taking advantage of this lineup here early to get a couple easy ones.
Terrific defense again.
Very few guys have added as much to their game offensively as he has since he came in the league. But that's when you really started to see that there wasn't an answer for this guy offensively.
He gets a block there. He's got 2 blocks in the game, and now on the other end, he has it roll around the rim and it won't fall.
Great concentration to get that to go.
Oklahoma City 52-11, by far the best record in the West. Denver currently in second place, a half cup game up on the Lakers at 41-22. Shot clock at 4. Brown
the floor, not just on the offensive end where he really had his moments in the second half and he was more aggressive. but it's the defense as well. There's more defense as SGA on the backside punched it away from Porter.
Yeah, he had 3 blocks.
Missed it, wide right, no good. Jay will fight for the rebound, didn't get it. And Brown into the open floor. Brown got rejected by SGA. Not on his watch.
Right now. Holiday off the Tatum screen. They got the switch. Tatum on the cross.
Now, to me, that's a foul, Mark Jones.
Get his arm around Tatum, but no whistle. Sprays it out to Joe.
And anybody, Sam Hauser, Peyton Pritchard, stopping those guys from getting it going from downtown.
And deflections, steals, loose ball. There's a steal right there. SGA has got his head up trying to make something happen.
Second one of them in this early part of this quarter for the Thunder.
But he has been excellent as Jalen Williams had a good look at the 3 from the outside. Cunningham. This time it's Cason Wallace who was on him. Popped it free. SGA on the other end, and SGA will take it for the jam.
That's the third.
Used tonight, Michael, at the top of the key, trying to distribute that basketball.
Yeah, well, and that's where he's comfortable at.
Cunningham just got rejected by SGA on the help side.
Really good defense by Tim Hardaway Jr., but he just evaded him with that sidestep.
Oh, and Thompson just dribbled it off of his foot. That's a Pistons turnover. SGA surveys, keeps it himself, and the left-handed score as SGA doing it on both.
Joe on the drive, had it blocked from behind, goes down hard. Antetokounmpo finds Kuzma inside, blocked by SGA. That's that two-way play you were talking about.
So I said something in our production meeting earlier today.
Given the guys at the top, guys like SGA, but everybody buying into what this Thunder team wants to do. One of the reasons why they're the 1 seed for the 2nd consecutive year. That's a bad pass, and there have been some bad ones so far for Charlotte. OKC already with a hefty lead and added to it. SGA now with 13. That's a pretty reverse. In the mid-range. Shot has not been there early for him. He usually settles down as Simmons mishandled the basketball, but he's able to fend off Kenrich. That time he turned it over. One of the few times this year. SGA with speed down the lane, attacks Harden and scores.
Sometimes you can just... Oh, man, it's just got cold in here. Ooh, somebody close the door.
SGA had it knocked away by Dunn. The pass deflected. SGA able to get it back. Odd man rush. Hartenstein. The reverse.
He kind of hit it off the back of the rim. Plenty of time left in this ball game. See if the Thunder can string together a couple of stops here.
Powell got rejected by SGA, then knocks it out of bounds. This is last touch by
Norman Powell. He's bleeding right now. And officials was correct. Take a look at this. This is a terrific block by Shai. And here gets hit right in the face. There's that block by Shai. Right there.
Pippen dictating things on the offensive end for Memphis so far. And they put Dort on him, and that pass right into the hands of SGA. An easy steal, nice drive and finish. A little lollipop for J-Dub. But look at the night of Desmond Bane, 1 out of 12. As SGA's got a steal on the backside. He'll be able to add 2 more to his total as this all of a sudden.
Bender that chased after him after the flyby by Halliburton. Just had ice water in his veins.
Oh, nice strip. Siakam was trying to work his way inside. SGA spots up. Too strong. Another 3 from the outside. This has been a huge story the first half.
That's just cash money.
SGA. And they're going to change the call. It's going to be OKC basketball according to JB DeRosa. This time Shai in the post.
How about this? Just stripping the basketball. Patrick Williams.
Little split action by the Pistons. Schroeder turns the corner. Over at Wallace, a little bit strong. Duran with the offensive rebound, and he lost it to SGA. Thunder in transition. The lob, the punch.
the finish, the timeout for Detroit. Under 3.5 to go. That's his first field goal. Some angle pick and roll by Schroeder. Out to Fontecchio. On the baseline, had it partially blocked by SGA, and the Thunder get the stop. And there you see Gilgeous-Alexander's defensive value. Jones drives it and lost it. They used up about 21 seconds on the shot clock, and they come up with another theft. This time it's SGA that started the larcenous activity off the steal and the bucket. That's a snapshot of what they do best. They peel you clean and convert it the other end.
It's SGA leading the way defensively. OKC playing to their strength. All Thunder.
All right, George, they complete the three-point play. The lead up to 9. Schroeder getting the start tonight if you're just joining us. Kate Cunningham out again for the 4th consecutive game. And boy, the Pistons turn it over again. Gilgeous-Alexander trying to turn the corner. Tough shot.
And you can get to the rim. He is always lurking and tracking you, and he's got great timing.
Gilgeous-Alexander with great hands defensively knocks it away to Wallace. And Wallace converts with a classy spin.
Coming up on the 5-minute mark of the second quarter, what's the priority?
Well, you got to get some ball to the bucket. I mean, that's a big difference right now. I don't know why that's not a jump ball right away. The officials just standing there looking at two guys tug of warring with the basketball for 3 seconds.
Thunder looking for a little bit of momentum. Can they start it there with the defensive end? They get a turnover. SGA drives in and scores in transition. And that's one way to manufacture it. Thunder shaved down the lead early in the third quarter, only to see Van Vliet start to make a few plays. This is where the Thunder have not capitalized in transition, but they do there as SGA waited for the perfect time initially.
Yeah, he avoided the swipe too, as LeBron was trying to strip that basketball.
Speaking of a strip, SGA got it away from Doncic. Now we got it right back. Attacks on LeBron, and SGA is defending, and Dort is on LeBron. Ball swings down to Reeves. Hard closeout. Had the step. Looked like SGA, the help defender, came over and might have got a piece of that Reeves layup.
I'll tell you, he is such a tremendous two-way player and how he plays.
Shai short of a turn. 20-point game for SGA. 72 consecutive. As he is in illustrious company in that category. There's a block by SGA. There's the defense that you see coming over. And OKC right now trying to step up the defensive intensity.
He's like 6'6", 6'5". He's got a 6'11" wingspan. That's why when you go to the combine, a lot of times in the NBA, they measure everything.